fast that what you experience is the outflow of that thought, meaning you experience an energy like a anger or an irritation or mainly anger, irritation, which then builds up to frustration because of thoughts that you have of blame towards others in relation to you being in the position or experience where you are. So there's been a couple of times where you thought that, why must I take responsibility? Why not them? They put me in this situation. It's because of that they did then this way that I'm now standing in this experience. They must take responsibility before me. Why must I? You relate to those thoughts in those avenues or patterns. You relate to them. As it become more specific, do you see them?
Well, generally there's a blame tendencies there. I can see that.
Yeah.
But about going to my mother, did I do that recently or?
No, I'm just talking general.
Maybe.
Your general thought patterns that you've got to slow down. Meaning you've got to slow yourself down so quite a lot, Anton. Meaning your thoughts are still going so fast that you're not yet seeing them very clearly. Meaning you see your day-to-day thoughts. Like, for example, when you think about something currently in the moment, but you do not yet see your fast thoughts that come up when or while, for example, someone's speaking to you about a certain point, while you're walking past someone, while you're staring, while someone's eating or speaking or dressing or walking in a certain particular way. Those thoughts are coming up, but you are and still have a tendency within that to move with those thoughts so quickly because of fear of someone seeing them or knowing about you, thinking about them. This has been a long-term pattern within your entire life experience, where many thoughts, even during childhood, that you felt were morally wrong, but you had them, and some thoughts you actually quite enjoyed, and some thoughts you believed that was you and were valid and okay, but it wasn't okay for the world. So you still had them, but you made them faster than usual, or how the usual mind consciousness system thoughts would move, so that no one would see them, not even yourself, but you would still experience the energy of those thoughts. We'll still go into detail about that point a bit later. But as you slow yourself down, you'll see those thoughts more clearly, and you do see them. You just have to become self-honest about it. You will try and attempt to deny that you're having those thoughts or certain particular thoughts, because it goes against how you think you should be, or how you think you are, that you are a neat, good, caring, in my place person, but in fact your thoughts does and do tell a different story now and then, where you would indulge in certain thoughts that are completely contradictory to the neat and tidy and closely shaven man you present yourself to be. Makes sense? See that?
Yeah.
Those thoughts, Anton, you're going to have to face and deal with eventually. Meaning, you've hidden or tried to hide a lot of thoughts that do come up in your mind. Many of those thoughts are creating a constant irritation and a constant frustration within you on an actual physical level. That's why you'd, for example, portray yourself as being cool, calm, and collected, but you'd have moments where you would just have complete outflows, like boil inside you, where you just want to release a fury within you. Okay, that energy that's built up like that is because of the thoughts that you're having that you're trying to hide from yourself and from others and from the world in the greater. But you can't hide them because you see them and they do come up. So within your process, we suggest you become self-honest about the thoughts you're having with yourself. So only about you. You have to self-honestly look at the thoughts that you're having and actually start stopping them, meaning stop participation. Because you've got a whole huge secret mind within you, manifested in the background, hidden, where you're having particular specific thoughts that you enjoy and like having because you experience particular energy of secrecy within that. And that's what you like, meaning it's your space. That's where you go to when you're alone with yourself, for example. It's going to be a tough point for you to push yourself to see, because you've built up a lot of protections and, as for example, denials and that's not so, or it's not true, and etc, etc, etc. And that's going on in you right now, for example. I think, but no, I'm not seeing that. That's not so. So we suggest within transcribing this interview, for example, and listening to it again, you take yourself some time and you really have a look at the thoughts that you have. You've got to slow yourself down. You almost got to just breathe, be in breath, walk through your day and have a look at thoughts that you have that is contradictory or that goes against what you portray yourself to be as a picture to others, meaning something that's opposite to being right or good or perfect in the social, religious, cultural way. Makes sense? You've got to sort out those things, Anton, because that point of hidden deception, so to speak, within you is not sorted out. Your foundation platform with regards to, for example, walking with yourself in a self-honest, trustworthy way, where you can stand within what you say and what you live, it's going to compromise that. Makes sense? So you've got to become self-honest about your thoughts. You've got to
Meaning
slow down.
I should not participate. I simply stop those thoughts.
You first have to recognize and see them for yourself, meaning they're moving so fast that you sometimes have the thought, it creates an energy inside you, and you experience that energy for the moment. It puts a smile on your face in a way, and then you continue moving and walking. I'm not going to go into detail right now. This is your